Oh, okay, it's getting dark and gloomy in here, which I kind of guess is appropriate for this video. I don't know. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So I thought it was time that I sat down with you guys and had a proper chat and a proper catch up, because it has been so long, maybe almost 2 years, since we've had a proper catch up, and lots of things have changed in my life over the last, let's say, a couple of years, and yeah, there's lots that we have to catch up on, and I have been putting off filming this video for such a long time, and I also wanted to be in the right state of mind to be able to film this and share life updates with you guys, because yeah, life has been turbulent. Yeah, but that's life, and life does get difficult, and I guess what I wanted to, you know, share with you guys is that everyone is human online, and everyone has shit that they're dealing with and going through, and we are not superhumans. I don't know, life's hard, and it's not all sunshine and roses, and I know I definitely always like to show better parts of my life and the best bits, because as viewers, you probably don't want to be bogged down with my negativity and other things that are happening in my life. I want to show you the best bits and share the happiness and the joy with you. And I also felt like a bit obligated to do so, especially with COVID and everything. I wanted to help, I suppose, distract you guys from the reality of what's going on in life. Give you guys a little bit of a distraction and a little pick-me-up, I suppose. But behind the scenes, I haven't been doing so well myself. And some of you might have picked up on that. I'm sure you have. It's very hot in here. I've had to turn the aircon off. It's getting a bit hot. I'm heating up a little bit. No. Okay, George, we'll take a sip of tea. Tea's definitely not going to help me cool down. But yes, what am I getting at? Okay, so essentially what the biggest news I suppose I want to share is, some of you might have already been able to tell, but Justin and I have separated, and yeah, that's a little, it's not a little update, it's probably the biggest life update ever. But we are no longer together, and it was really hard to find like the right time to share this, and I also, you know, was going back and forth thinking I don't even necessarily have to share my personal life like that with you guys, but I suppose because he was quite heavily involved in the channel, I felt like I should share that. But also I'm now in a completely different stage of life, and so it's very hard for me to carry on, you know, this channel and things without sharing like such a major piece of news, I suppose. And that's why I may be going on a different direction, and, you know, growing and changing in different ways than I expected. And yeah, it's been hard. It's been like, you know, my life was pretty much flipped upside down, and I'm in a position I never thought I would be, but that's life, and things happened. So that is the main update I wanted to share with you guys. I don't want to go into detail about anything, because, you know, that's our business, and that's about as much as I want to say on it, but I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm at in my life at the moment. So yes, it's been a while, and I'm in so much more of a better headspace now than I was, and, you know, going through a deep depression and anxiety, and also trying to keep up with this channel. It's been very, very difficult. I just want to give so much thanks to you guys that have stuck around in the last you know, year or so. You would have noticed that my channel took a hit, and I just didn't want to pick up the camera. That was honestly the last thing I wanted to do, but it's my job and I had to. I really went a bit MIA, which is obviously understandable. So thank you so much to those of you who hung around. But like I said, I'm really starting to feel like myself again, like I'm getting back on track. I want to film videos for you guys and share my life. So let's take a sip. Okay, yeah, so that's that. What else is life news? COVID in Singapore has been very, very tough as well. It's been tough on everyone's mental health here, and that combined, you know, the two things combined, it's been rough, to say the least. I know it's been testing for everyone, and I just want to send big love and hugs to all of those of you who have been suffering as well. But yeah, with real life situations combined with COVID, I know people have been going through such a tough time. Depression and anxiety has hit the roof for everyone in the past couple of years. I don't want there to be any stigma about people suffering. Mental health is a very, I would say there's still a stigma around mental health in Singapore for sure. It's slowly changing. I know the younger generation is starting to speak out, but it's very much like you just get on with it. And I don't think that's right. I think people should be able to talk honestly and openly about suffering. People can go into really dark places. I certainly have been through it as well, and I want this to be a space where everyone feels safe and can be honest and open with each other. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that we're real people too, and we're going through the same thing. You might find that reassuring, you might not, I don't know. You might be like, yeah, I don't care, Georgia. But yeah. Okay, so let's move on to a more positive note. I shared in a couple of vlogs ago, but I'm flying back to the UK, and that's honestly another reason why I wanted to share this news with you. Is you might be like, Georgia, why are you on your own in the UK? That will be the reason why. I will be staying with my parents, going back to my hometown, and I'm so incredibly excited. It's been 2 years since I've been home, and I can't wait to see all my friends and family, and it's gonna be amazing. It still feels very surreal. I've actually bought my flights forward, so I was going to leave in December. I'm now leaving in November, actually very soon. So I have 2 months back home, which is going to be incredible. It's the longest time I would have spent back home. And with the reason I did that was that Singapore recently announced that they're not easing the rules here, so you can still only meet up in 2 groups of 2 in Singapore. That's like the standard rule. You can only meet people in groups of 2. And we thought that those rules were going to be lifted, and they haven't been lifted. They've been extended. So once that news kind of came through, I was like, right, I think it's time for me to go now, because there's nothing to really look forward to in Singapore. It's very difficult when you can only see one person at a time, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. So the fact I can go home and see as many people as I want feels very surreal. But I'm so excited. There's so much of London that I'm ready to explore, and it's going to be a really good time, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. I know a lot of you said that you want UK vlogs. I'm absolutely going to do that. I can't wait to bring you guys along with me. So that's very exciting news. It kind of feels like light at the end of the tunnel. I desperately need a reset, so I'm very excited about that, and that is exciting news. Okay, another life update. I actually applied for PR earlier this year and recently found out that it's been rejected. So there's another bit of news. I did try to become a permanent resident of Singapore, but I've been rejected, which I kind of expected, to be honest. It's very, very difficult to get PR here in Singapore, and so many people I know have tried, and they always get rejected, especially the first time. They've always said, like, you're going to get rejected the first time. The only thing is, it took about 8 months to get the news that I've been rejected, and I think you have to wait another 6 months to reapply. So it's not looking great in that sense. I'm not going to say it's a sign. I don't think it's a sign, but it's just a bit of a shame, because I would have really have loved to have got permanent residency, especially after yeah, I've been here like almost 7 years now. A lot of you guys have been asking why I have not moved back to the UK yet. The reason was because of the reason I told you in the beginning. You know, we were intending to move back to the UK, and we were going to start a new chapter there. Obviously that won't be happening now, and I could have gone back to the UK, but I felt like I wasn't in the right state to just go back home. I've built a life here, my work is here. And so that's why I've decided to stay in Singapore, and I'm happy with my decision so far. I'm thinking maybe next year I might change my mind, change location. I'm thinking maybe London or Bali, and yeah, I'm not sure yet. But COVID world, no one can really make big life plans in COVID world at the moment, especially not this side of the world. So all of that is pending, but that is the reason I'm still here in Singapore. I know a lot of you have been asking. I'm excited to see what I think of London in December and see if maybe I could see myself living there. I'm not from London. I know lots of you think I'm from London. I'm from just outside of London in the countryside, but I've never actually lived in London. So yeah, that'll be interesting to scout out London. Oh, I'm so excited to explore a new city. I can't tell you. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much, oh gosh, every update that I have to share with you guys. Oh, I wanted to also quickly tell you about my little guy here. Some exciting news. I teamed up with my friend who's a local designer here for Urchin Studios, and we've done a little collaboration together where we've created this little guy. This is called the David Planter, and he is a Michelangelo sculpture. So these are actually for sale on my website. It's made of biodegradable plastic with a faux marble finish, which I absolutely love. So it literally looks like a little marble sculpture in your home, and you can plant either little small house plants or succulents in his head, and I just think it's the cutest thing ever. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Still shipping them out, so if you guys are interested and you want to grab one and support us, you can go do so. I think they make like really cute little gifts as well, but they're just such a nice little art piece to have in your home. I also think it'd be really nice, you don't necessarily have to put a plant in him, you can put like keys or money or like cash, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you guys would love to support local, they're available now on my website, the David Planter. Go grab yourself if you would like one. Yeah, it's exciting. I love doing little things like this. Like, I want to do this more where I'm collaborating with local artists. I think it's really, really fun, and I love the whole process. And I've been packing orders, and it's honestly so much fun. I think that's everything, guys. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Yeah, I'm feeling very anxious about uploading this, to be honest, but I think it's the right time. And I've made it through the whole video without crying, and that is a feat in itself. So it's definitely difficult to be vulnerable and online, but I'm glad I've done it, and it feels like a weight has been lifted. So thank you guys so much for your support in advance. I love you all. If you want to keep up to date with me in real time, you can go find me on Instagram, and I'll be updating my stories there in real time, so you can see what I'm up to and where I'm at. So yeah, love you all. I'll see you very soon. Bye.